Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Wilhelm Scream, and welcome back to another day in Destiny 2 for some more Destiny 2 news and Beyond Light Season of the Hunt intel. And like I said in my last video, if you haven't seen that yet, I would be covering any updates on the best ways to farm the HAWKMOON and or the new exotic ship that is available from the Crow as I learn them. And I have, of course, learned some new information. So we're going to get to all of the new stuff in just one second. But first, I just want to remind everybody I'm still doing the giveaway on my YouTube channel. The next one will be at 50,000 subscribers. All you have to do to be entered into that giveaway is like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, turn on the notifications, the bell that's right next to the big red subscribe button, and follow me on Instagram or Twitter. They'll be linked in the description box down below. And as always, if you stick around till the end of the video, I'll have a secret hashtag you can leave in the comments section to be entered into that giveaway a second time for this video. And remember, those secret hashtags, they stack between all videos. So if you haven't done this on a previous piece of content on this channel, why not go back, check out another video, and of course, do it again. So the Harbinger quest is available once you actually go into the EDZ and activate it by shooting out the hole in the fireplace and continuing through. It's fairly straightforward as far as where you need to go. The only really tricky area is the area that I'm at right now, just because it took a little while to figure it out. But just skip to this rock. There's another little rock down below. Fairly straightforward. But that's not why you're here. You're here to farm as many HAWKMOONs in as shortest time as possible, and possibly even get the exotic ship. So, as I talked about in my last video, there were a couple of bugs associated with actually some of the triumphs with this particular quest. Whether or not those have been all sorted out, I'm not totally sure. I can imagine that they're all fairly much the same and active at this moment. But I also mentioned in my last video that if you wanted to actually get the exotic ship, which requires you to go into the Harbinger mission and collect the golden feathers that are available scattered throughout on the first run that you take on any given character that week, and you'll get a number of feathers from each chest, the one in the middle as well as the one at the end, on all 3 characters per week. A way you can actually finish out, which I think you need 100 feathers to actually complete that portion of that quest and get the exotic ship, you can actually delete a character, and though you won't be able to get the golden feathers that are scattered throughout the mission, you will be able to repeatedly pick up the ones that drop from the chests. That's just done by deleting a character and doing it over again. Now that I knew at the time of posting my last video. That is still the case, so if you're going for the exotic ship, make use of it. What I didn't know was whether or not this would actually award you more HAWKMOONs, because, interestingly enough, once you started the exotic ship quest, you would only get 2 HAWKMOONs at the first completion, and on every completion on all characters, if you had 3 characters, on that account per week. So you could, at max, once you started out that exotic ship quest, get only 6 HAWKMOONs total. I didn't know if deleting a character would essentially allow you to farm out more, that is, 2 more for a totally new character. I did know it worked, as I said, for the feathers. That is the case, though. You can, in fact, delete a character, and even if it's the same class, so what I actually did was I had 2 warlocks running, because I have so much extra armor on my warlock main, and I happen to have a character I didn't mind deleting. I just would delete a character, transfer all the extra gear over to my warlock, do the first mission, which would take very little time, especially when I was at max level starting it, and then as soon as the first mission was over, and it allowed me to go to orbit, I would just queue into this mission with friends, and then I could repeat it and get not only 2 HAWKMOONs again, as well as the feathers as I needed them, but now I don't, but if you did, but I would also get the powerful gear from this particular activity, which is a very large added bonus. So you'll get 2 HAWKMOONs at power, and the power continues to go up. These are not capped if you continually do it on a new character. And if you do this sort of armor transfer, you can actually hit max level doing this. But you actually also get that extra piece of gear, as well as, I think, some materials. It was a pretty great haul altogether. Now, another way, if that's too much, if you don't want to delete a character that's just too daunting, even though if you're looking to just max out power, if you're not 1260, and this might be available in the future. We are getting towards the end of the season, so this might be a way to actually max power come the next season if this isn't fixed by then. But if you just want to farm as many rolls on the HAWKMOON as possible, you don't actually have to delete a character. But do not start the exotic quest from the crow for the ship. As soon as you do that, you'll be limited to the 2 per character on your account, unless you delete a character. But if you don't start that exotic quest, you can actually just farm out as many HAWKMOONs as you want by just doing the Harbinger mission, and at the end, rather than getting rewarded with 2 HAWKMOONs, you'll only get rewarded with 1, but you can do it as many times as you want on any given character. And that is pretty much all I know. As I said, there were some bugs associated with triumphs. I think the 2 triumphs that I mentioned were, well, I can't remember the name of it, but it was a triumph that involved using HAWKMOONs throughout your fire team, or if you were doing it solo, just having a HAWKMOON equipped. I believe that is still bugged. There was also a triumph for a 15-minute completion that was being rewarded to everybody, regardless of how much time it took for you to actually complete the mission. And there was another way where you could actually get a flawless completion or a solo completion if you simply changed who was party leader and had people drop out and then rejoin on the boss when the boss was close to being killed, just to save on time, and then everybody defeating him at the end. But simply by dropping out and coming back in, that would give you a flawless completion. As well as some people were getting a solo completion, I believe, that way. So just a couple of glitches, maybe a couple of exploits that you can take advantage of. Those are 2 things that you're looking to do added, and you're not just going for armor and rolls. And if you're just going for the ship, once you actually complete 100 feathers, the new exotic ship is pretty cool. You'll just get a prompt that tells you to go back into the EDZ. You'll go back into the reservoir the old way, where you actually commune with the traveler, where the ship was hidden in sort of that safe behind the wall. You can now go in there, scan it. There'll be another little bird like the one that appears outside the door. There's another one now sitting on the ship, and you'll get a new exotic ship. So I'm gonna just let the gameplay play out a little bit now. This is me just going and actually picking up that exotic ship. Stick around till the very end for that secret hashtag you can leave in the comments section of today's video to be entered into that giveaway a second time for this video. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you found this information helpful, and we'll see you at the end. And thanks so much for watching all the way till the end of the video. And for the secret hashtag, you can leave in the comments section, leave a hashtag HAWKMOON, or a hashtag Beyond Light, or a hashtag name of this ship. And I'm not going to tell you. You can just watch to the very end. Oh, what is it? You tell me in the comment section down below. Thanks so much for watching. As always, I'm Wilhelm Scream. Of course, we will see you in the next video. Little